President Trump's controversial 10% universal tariffs, designed to reshape global trade dynamics, have ignited a firestorm of debate, particularly regarding their exemption of the fossil fuel industry. While the tariffs aim to bolster the American economy, their impact is far-reaching and complex, revealing a stark political reality interwoven with economic policy. The sweeping tariff package, announced with considerable fanfare, has sent shockwaves across international markets. The anticipated rise in consumer prices within the U.S., a direct consequence of these levies, is undeniable. However, a glaring omission in the tariff scope has exposed a potential conflict of interest, a significant exemption for a powerful lobbying group, the fossil fuel industry. This carve-out, shielding products like liquefied natural gas imports, Canadian crude oil, and petrochemical feedstocks, is viewed by many as a clear demonstration of President Trump's unwavering allegiance to his major oil donors, potentially at the expense of the broader American populace. The American Petroleum Institute, API, the leading U.S. fossil fuel lobby, openly celebrated this exemption. Mike Sommers, API's head, released a statement, subsequently circulated by the White House, hailing the decision. He emphasized the complexities of global energy markets and highlighted America's role as a net energy exporter, asserting the API's continued collaboration with the Trump administration to support American energy dominance. This statement, however, rings hollow for critics who see it as a blatant reward for significant financial contributions. The fossil fuel industry's substantial investment in Trump's re-election campaign and associated political action committees is well documented. While falling short of the billion-dollar figure reportedly requested by the president at a Mar-a-Lago meeting, the industry's contribution nonetheless represents record-breaking levels of political spending. This financial backing aligns with Trump's consistent pro-industry stance, including his pledge to deregulate the sector and actively roll back environmental regulations. This commitment is evident in his actions during the first 3 months of his second term, where he has consistently targeted green policies while cultivating close relationships with industry leaders. A recent White House meeting with over a dozen oil executives, during which the energy exemption was reportedly floated, further underscores this cozy relationship. Reports suggest ambiguity surrounding whether this exemption was a serious policy proposal or a casual remark, yet its ultimate implementation speaks volumes. The exemption is intended to buffer the oil and gas sector from the market turbulence caused by the broader tariffs, a concern voiced repeatedly by industry representatives in recent weeks. However, the protection isn't absolute. While direct tariffs on many oil and gas products have been avoided, the indirect effects are undeniable. Tariffs on steel and aluminum will inevitably increase the cost of constructing fossil fuel infrastructure, thereby impacting the industry's overall operational expenses. The consequences extend beyond infrastructure costs. The almost immediate market reaction following the tariff announcement showcased the vulnerability of the global economy. Commodity markets plummeted, with oil prices even dipping into negative territory, a stark illustration of the weakening fuel demand often associated with slower global economic growth. This dramatic downturn highlights the interconnectedness of global markets and the potential for unforeseen and potentially devastating consequences stemming from sweeping trade policies. The Trump administration's decision to exempt the fossil fuel industry from its universal tariffs presents a complex and controversial case study. While proponents argue for the importance of protecting a key sector of the American economy, critics see it as a clear example of prioritizing political donations over the broader economic well-being of the nation. The long-term consequences of this decision, both economically and politically, remain to be seen, but its immediate impact on global markets is undeniable. The narrative extends beyond simple economics. It delves into the intricate relationship between political power, lobbying influence, and the shaping of national and global economic policy. The debate continues, fueled by the dramatic market fluctuations and the perceived inequities inherent in a system where some industries receive preferential treatment over others. The fallout from this decision will undoubtedly shape the economic landscape for years to come, prompting further analysis and discussion on the delicate balance between political expediency and responsible economic governance. The ramifications extend far beyond the immediate impact on oil and gas prices. They encompass the broader implications of protectionist trade policies and their influence on global market stability. Ultimately, the question remains, was this a shrewd political move to solidify support from a powerful lobby or a misguided economic strategy with potentially disastrous consequences? Only time will provide the answer.